Namaste, beautiful family. We are alive. We're just waiting for a couple more people to hop in and then we'll get started. If you're
Namaste, y'all.
if you're here, just leave a heart in the comment. Okay, we're gonna get started. If you are catching the replay, just put hashtag replay in the comments, whether you're watching us off Facebook or you're watching us off YouTube. We're super excited to bring these conscious conversations to you guys. It has been on our heart now for a couple years. We have um, a whole list of what we're going to be talking about, different topics, and this is the first topic that me and Gigi, um, thought would be an amazing first topic. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, are you excited? Are you guys excited in the comments? I'm excited. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, indeed.
You guys are also welcome. There is on the bottom of the on this channel there is a StreamYard code that you guys will be able to come up if you want to and join us. So with that being said, we're gonna let Gigi. Um, we are gonna let Gigi start this live.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome to our live. We're live. The subject for tonight is who possesses, basically, who is the one that's able to see clear and and point to the truth, which is the sage, the guru, the Jnani. They are all one. Even the saint. But the guru itself, they taught, is a very popular word, but it's the one that guides or points to the truth. And so is the sage. And a lot of beings, they get the guru and the sage, they get it mixed up with religion. And religion is a whole nother topic. But the sage itself and the guru, they are the ones that hold the keys to enlightenment, or what we call enlightenment. And
They're
all the job it go ahead.
they're the truth holders. They hold the truth.
The truth holders for sure.
There's many of them too that have existed through this time and space. We
Oh,
have we have
definitely.
this a lot. Uh, Gigi knows a lot of them. We have Jesus. We have Ramanan. Who else? Who else, Gigi?
We have Jesus, we got Ramana, we got Srimoji Baba, we got Bhagavan Osho. And these are sages that have come effortlessly and told the truth, and they gained a lot of popularity. But that's not what it's about. It's about realizing yourself, your true nature. And this is the job of the sage and the guru, is to point to the truth and help other beings, which there are no others apart from yourself, to realize that there's no separateness in being. Okay? This is very important because what we do is a lot of these different religions, they come in and make these different rituals and stuff like that, and it's not really pointing to the truth. It's like just reading, and it becomes like a religious thing, and you find yourself just being like the servant or devotee, and it's nothing wrong with that. But what I was in a conversation earlier with is that with another being is that coming to the truth, it doesn't take ritual, it doesn't take believing, you know. That may be the start on the path, is to kind of start believing in yourself more. But when you realize the truth, this believing in yourself turns into a knowing. Okay, and this is what the sage and the gurus are pointing to. They're pointing to something that's so very simple, you know. And I want to touch upon the Jnani too. The Jnani is not really someone that goes out uh, sharing the truth. The Jnani is just clearly one that can see the truth and know that God is everything, basically, and it's not something personal that this person, this idea of this person that is doing on its own. The Yanni sees no separation, and like I said, the Yanni, the Guru, the Sage, they are all the same. You know, they're just different names. What's important is how one points to the truth. Okay, and like I was saying earlier, if you find yourself just stuck in all these different rituals and stuff like that, and praying and different things is not really pointing to the direct experience of your being, then you kind of go off course. So you want to stay on course when it comes to seeking this realization, and you want to definitely resonate with the right being, because there's a lot of beings out there, they go read a few books and they figure that they know the truth. And I have wrote something that, awakening, it has nothing to do with a, a personal experience. And I was saying that, it's matter of fact, that it's impersonal. So the guru and the sage, this is what they're pointing to. They're pointing to something within you that is impersonal, and that is God itself, the direct experience of God. This is the
I
basically the
do have
only
something.
job of the sage and the guru. Go ahead.
I do want to say something really quick.
Yes.
Um, and the identity of the actual the issue is that we identify with we take it personal. We identify with that actual image of that guru or that
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
sage or that saint
Yeah.
or that Ani. We identify with that, and that becomes our God instead of in turn us knowing ourselves as that.
Right. 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 So like I say, the guru or the sage, they are strictly one that points to the truth. And like my beloved was saying, that most beings, they cling to this image, especially with Jesus. This is like one of the famous ones everybody likes to cling to, is the image of Jesus. What race Jesus was. You know what I mean? Where did he come from? Is he from Bethlehem? Was he a Jew, or was he a Hebrew? See, all of this stuff we talk about, that they talk about, it takes you away from the direct experience of what you're trying to realize. You see that? All the hanging on the cross. I mean, all these different things, they mean stuff, of course, but if it's not pointing to the direct experience of being, because this being is the beingness of God, and that's what the sage and the guru are pointing to. Okay, that's something, like I was saying, like something that is impersonal within you, that is just shining effortlessly on its own. And I would like to say, God signifies itself in the I am. God is the I am in which you are. And this is the direct experience that I am pointing to, right? But like I say, a lot of beings, they like to go around the direct experience. So it every all these different rituals and things like that, it becomes in vain because it's not getting you there. You thinking like, okay, I'm burning all these candles, I'm praying every day, I'm doing this, but I'm not getting any result. It's because you're not listening correctly.
What do you mean? That means I can't cut my hair and wear one ponytail and dress all white? That's what you're saying? Like I can't have my direct experience that way. I have to like, I can't. I have to. I have to do all these rituals and then I can get it,
No,
or
see, that's the thing that I'm trying to get rid of.
and
You
I
know,
want them to get it because this is the time right now to get it. This
yeah,
is the time right now.
yeah,
The time is now to get it.
yeah, yeah.
No, it's now.
It's always now. And like my dear friend Bubba B here now, he says, "What time is it?" You go now. Where are you? Here. You know, and he knows. He makes it like a joke. And it's beautiful because you get laughter out of it because what you were saying just a few seconds ago is that you can't do certain. Yes, you can do anything you want, but realize yourself because that's what you're here is to do is express because you're an expression of God. You are the beingness of God, so you're here to express God. In all aspects. You know, in different colors, shapes, forms, everything. It is all God expressing itself. So once you realize God, once the guru or sage points you to that and you realize God, you become the guru or the sage itself. You realize that not even that, not even become because you'll be like, man, I was already that. Because this realization it deepens within you. It doesn't stop. And you realize, man, I am who they are also. There is nothing apart from me. All they were doing is pointing me back home. That's famous from Ram Dass. The guru, they come down to point you back home, point to the truth to get you back home within yourself, the heart of being.
And
That's home. Because literally,
yes,
the spirit is everywhere. So, meaning the spirit is infinite, it's everywhere. It is what causes the thousand leaves to blow in the air. It is that already. It is the roots. It is the foundation. It is the very fabric of existence itself. It's this consciousness that we effortlessly are. Okay, and there's no religion behind that, and that becomes confusing to the mind. I don't have to achieve something. I don't have to do a certain thing. The hardest part is the letting go of what you think you are. To not even it's not even a merge. It's more of a just a shift of a shift is a shift within you where you go from I am this person, this name, this job with time past and future to none of that, to
surrender.
just pure surrender. That's why I say what true devotion is to surrender the mind to God. Yes. True devotion is to surrender the mind to God because that's what we are attached to. It's these images that pop up in our head and we say, this is me. So we say, practice until you get it.
In truth, we are imageless.
Yes,
We're
yes,
full, we're timeless.
yes,
We're endless.
yes. Endless. And how it's a practice, but it's not a practice at the same time because it is what you are. You can only be it. And it sometimes becomes confusing trying to explain it. Because back in the day, I try to explain it to my beloved. I was just like, do you feel that? And she's like, what are you talking about? I can just feel that it is the seeing,
I'm like,
It,
feel it.
it,
What's going what am I supposed to be feeling?
yeah, and and I didn't, and not knowing, I was just trying to explain the direct experience that I am spirit that I am experiencing, and it's like knowing your soul, and it's this seeing that is just happening on its own. It is this conscious reality that is just simply here, out of an infinite universe. Ponder that for a second. Out of an infinite universe, the consciousness is right here, right here. and we don't think for a moment because we're so busy. I was telling my beloved son this, that we're so focused on this personal experience, this human experience, that we don't even realize what's illuminating this whole little this world, this little grain of sand that's in the universe that has all power. Because the consciousness is right here, reality is right here, right now,
Right
and
here, right.
right here, right now. And the guru or the sage, you see, well, so there's nothing that I say that it's not a personal special. You know, it's no personal special, but it's special because it's a divine type of special, but one sees clearly. And what is it to see clearly? Is to see reality how it is without time, past, and future. And this mechanicalism, going out every day and being productive in the work world, it's not about that. Awakening is not even about your behavior, because once you awaken, your behavior changes on its own. It changes on its own. And this is what the guru and sage is pointing to. But once it hits the ears of the ears of others, it becomes something else. Like I said, this is why religion has sprung about. It's because of not listening correctly. You know, I was saying religion, it arises a disconnection. It arises a disconnection from heart listening. It's different when you're listening with your heart and you're being intuitive and mindful. It's a difference than mindedness. You know, when you're just being minded, you're just listening to your mind, and you can't see clear. You're just in the world. You know, and that this is what produces this separate type self. We'd call it ego. You know, and it was this being I was talking to. He was like, everything has to report to the ego. You know, and I was like, no, everything has to report to the I. Everything has to report to the I am, the consciousness. There is no such thing as ego. And this is what's important in realization, is to realize the ego has no existence. And what is ego? Many beings have this image that this person possesses a ego within them. No, the ego is the person. Just like thoughts have become problematic because we believe in them. The ego is the person itself, you know. And the sage or the guru here says, God, especially this is from Srimoji Baba, God is the you that you have not met yet. Wow. God is the you that you have not met yet, but we still try to bring in this personhood within it. Oh, I'm God. I'm this separate God. No, you're God. Period. You know, the spirit, the presence, the sense of presence is God. Period. There's no such thing as presences. But even that becomes personal, because every being that is not conscious of the realization of their true nature goes, I am this person with a conscious. I am this person with my own presence. So this is where the beliefs of demons and ghosts and all this different stuff comes about. And the guru and sage are pointing you away from that. But the ego mind, the unstable mind, drags you right back into its web, because it's very simple, because it's basically been since the beginning of existence on this planet, that the attachment to the body and mind has been conditioned very deeply. But this is why the sage and the guru and the Jnani and the true saints, they come and they point to the truth. And it's very rare, so rare that it's one in a million, almost like winning the lotto, to run into a true sage. And I don't speak about myself. I just simply point to my experience, my direct experience. And like I was saying to my beloved, you know, do you feel that, and different stuff, very simple stuff. But once that realization deepens within you, then you can start to explain it more. You know, it's still very mind-boggling to most beings. But if you start to listen intuitively with your heart, it will. Grace will. Grace will come, and you will start to see clear.
Yeah. You'll start to drop identity, and you'll start to surrender. And I know that you don't talk about yourself, but um, he's had a seeing since a young child. Um, Maybe you could talk a little bit more about that as far as like when you started to make the shift into knowing
Yeah,
your experience.
yeah,
Because I think that's important, because even though he doesn't label himself as, all of those are just the sage, the Jnani, the guru, the Baba, the saints, that those are all personal identities, you
yeah,
know. So he doesn't have a personal identity, but he is a messenger. He is a messenger of truth, and he holds truth. Um, so I think that maybe you can share that experience when you start to shift your perception from a child. I think that people need to hear that message.
yes, of course. And I guess that'll be more of like an introduction because yes, that's very true. And I thank you for reminding me of that, honey. My love it, my beloved.
Yes.
that yes,
So I would say don't be so attached. uh, Don't be so attached to the image of what you think awakening should be. Whether it's, don't be attached to anything. I would say surrender everything. Even
and
the idea of being this personal person, of being a mother, of being a daughter, of being um, a personal person. I would say surrender that idea just for a moment. You can always come back to get it.
yes, that's the thing. You come back. That's why I was saying is more of you are an expression of God. So come, you can come back, but you enjoy this comeback. You know, when you know you're playing the role of a mother or father or anybody that works in the field or even the guru or the saint. You
Yeah,
know, it's
that's
still
divine.
yeah,
What
it's
that
still it's
dance.
still divine, and you see that, and a big lift from your shoulders because everybody's wondering, oh, am I going to be judged? You know, I'm gonna leave this body and I'm gonna be judged because we were taught to fear God. And that's just this ego mind, unstable mind, not knowing itself. This is what we call ignorance. Ignorance clearly means not knowing yourself. It's not like a bad word. It's just that you doesn't know yourself, you know. And it's very important. It is very important because yet beings leaving the body, they're always worrying, you know, oh, heaven or hell, and all this. And each religion has heaven and hell.
Even
So how many hell are there?
you get older in this body, even though we're timeless, even you get older and you start getting there to where, like, because we live our whole lives planning around death, right?
Yes,
We live our whole lives planning to die.
yeah,
That's what we do. We get life insurance. We plan our whole life on retirement and dying.
yeah,
And even though that's an illusion, but as you get closer to that, I would say golden years, that's when a lot of people can awaken, is
yes,
because they're there, they're getting ready to leave the body, and they're like, oh my gosh, is this, like you were saying, like, am I going to be judged? Am I
yeah,
am I going to be judged? Am I going to hell? Am I going to heaven? What is it? Who am I? Where do I belong? And so if you can hear this message now, and you can get it now, you can live in freedom and peace,
yes,
and you don't have to worry about the stuff that's not here yet.
right,
You can live in this divine moment now
yes,
and not have to worry about everything that's you think that's going to happen, because that's exactly what it is. It's a thought, it's a thinking that's going to happen.
yeah,
So I
because
feel like, yeah, I feel like that is like the message. The messages of the sages and the Yanni are to bring you back home to yourself. And like you said, it was to bring you home to your heart, to your source, to whatever you want to call it. It can be called multiple different things.
yeah,
But I think there's a lot of roads to the truth,
mm,
but all roads lead to the truth.
yeah,
You know, you might not get it this lifetime. Maybe you'll get it next lifetime. We would love for everybody to get it this lifetime. If we can get everybody in a state of awakening, this planet would be totally different. We would, you know, everybody would be living in happiness and harmony and peace.
Yes.
It would be literally a heaven here on earth.
Yeah.
And we're already in heaven,
Yeah.
you know. We're already there. Everybody would be here, heaven on earth, if you could get that message. And it doesn't matter who you get the message from, as long as they're really, if as long as you they're really a messenger of truth.
Right. And
Like,
it won't
there's
be
a lot of people that read books and
right.
they don't go off of their experience, their actual experience. They just read a book and they say, "Okay, I get it. Now I'm going to go teach this." And it's like somebody that's taken math, that's went to school to teach math, but now they're teaching science.
Yeah. 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 So the guru itself and the sage, they're impersonal beings, still expressing the human experience at the same time. And this is what makes it so awesome, is that you still get to come back to yourself, to the character that you're playing. You know, I like to say expression more than character, because expression, it points to God, because everything points back to God, which is the being. We are all the beingness of God, the physical form of God, and within us is the timeless one. You know, to realize this is simply to come back into surrender the mind over and over again. That is what the sage and guru is pointing to. And so, what I'm gonna do, I'm give you a brief introduction on how seeing has been clear in me since a child. I'm gonna make it really brief. Is that I remember from the age 5, not no no not 4, not 3, not 2, but the age 5, that the sense of presence, and I'm explaining this in modern time, like right now, not like how I would explain it as a child, because nobody would understand what I'm saying if I explained it as a child. So how I would like to explain it as myself right now is that the sense of presence, it it, it did not associate itself with the body and mind. It just simply was. I mean, simply is. There is no was. It simply is, and it has not changed. And I'm what we call 46 right now in age. It has not changed. The seeing from the age 5, it has not changed. I've always been able to see, and to tell you the truth, I've always been present. I know I have. It's no, oh, back in the day, and I used to this and I used to that. No, I'm simply here right now, and that's the true guru, true sage. They are simply here, and seeing it's so clear that there is no going in and out. And like I was saying, as a child, it's seeing, and the sense of present, it has never changed. And I feel exactly the same being as when I was a child. The body itself, it just growed. uh, of course you become more deeper into the truth, because it naturally just resonates within you and draws you deeper within it. But I don't want to say without this way of seeing that I would never know the truth. I don't want to say that, but I know that the way that this being in which I am has helped me so much to be able to deepen myself in the truth, where I can share it with others. I like to put it like that. This truth shines within me, where I am able to share it with others. And that's the whole point to it. So I don't claim to be a sage or guru or anything. I am nothing, you know. But this nothingness that I am is all there ever is, there ever was, or can be. I am the consciousness, just as you are. I am not no special consciousness. I am the same consciousness that you are, a conscious being. I am just able to see it. And Many others are not. But still, it's the same result because once you leave the body, you just leave the body. You may go out thinking that you're going to a heaven or hell, but you're not. And the guru or sage is able to see that, regardless of what you believe or what kind of uh, so-called religion or things that you believe in cannot penetrate the sage or the guru. Cannot penetrate at all because it is by grace that they can see, and nothing can penetrate grace itself. It is unshakable. And the guru and the sage know this deeply. It is untainted. The being is untainted. It cannot be distorted. It is perfect. Existence is perfect just how it is. Well, the only thing that has become problematic is the attachment to the body and mind that I am this body, I am this person that possesses a body and a mind and a consciousness. You see that? The ego separates it all. The ego is the one that has this false sense that I am separate, that I must fear God, that I must be judged because I'm a sinner. So I came up with the quote is that the only sin is to believe that you are a sinner. Sri Ramana said a different quote is that the only sin is the belief that you are the body and mind. And I never knew that. I never knew that he said that. But when I heard him say that, I know, this truth is real. It is real. It doesn't even have to take words to say it. You know, it just resonates there. And you know that you are it. There's no separation from it. And this is why Ramana, he said, there are no others. But of course, the mind, the unstable mind, it takes it personal and go, yes, it is. It is. There's 8 billion of us here, and that's when you hit the ball left field. That's not it. You're not getting it. There are no others apart from yourself. That's what it truly means. That there are no others. There are no others apart from yourself. You are the beingness, the I amness, and the famous word, the isness, the isness. It is beautiful. But yeah, this is the job of the sage and the guru. You know, the Jnani doesn't come on too much and talk too much, but I haven't seen it myself. I've just heard, that is that beings they just stay quiet. Some beings they just don't want to share, and they just rather just be in their peace, and that's perfectly fine
Why is it important for you to share? Why is it important for us to share?
because it is by grace that we share. It is like a divine force that pushes you towards wanting to bring humanity back home. You know, and then
Yeah.
a lot of beings they also this is the truth too. It is the cosmic joke. It is God that forgets itself and remembers itself again. You know, and even that becomes confusing. But yes, the guru and the sage they are simply here to point you back home, not to perform any type of rituals or make you seem like realization is such a hard task when it's not. And like I was saying, the only hardest task is the letting go of what you think you are and merging to that which you naturally are. And like I was saying earlier, it's really not a merge, it's more of just a shift of attention. A shift of attention from the outside, thinking everything is on the outside, to turning your attention within. You're turning your attention towards eternity, instead of the limitations of just the world and mind and body.
And we will have more podcasts on how to turn your attention within and all different types of topics, you guys. And we want you guys to join us.
Yeah.
This is our first ever um, YouTube live, and we're excited to bring you guys even more and more. We want to do it at least 2 times a week where we come up here and we share the truth with you guys, and we want you guys to join in too. We want you guys to ask questions. We want it to be like a community affair. We'll have guest speakers as well. We'll have people come on. Um, so I'm super excited and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm honored. And we hope that you guys really enjoyed this topic about the sages. And we have so many more topics. And if you guys have any topics you want us to touch on too, just private message us and um, we'll message you back and get your topic on board. We're grateful. We know that this channel is going to grow. We are we have a full family here. We have dogs, we have chickens. So you're
Mhm.
going to hear different. We're way up in the mountains, so you're going to hear different aspects of our life in the background, and just focus on the message and not the background. Um, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be funny. We're gonna show up and we're just gonna be ourselves, and we love you guys.
Yeah. Yes,
We
thank
love
you. Thank you so much for joining. Hope this hits the heart, because that's what we aim for.
you. Yeah, we'll have some technical difficulties here and now and then because we're way up in the mountains with the internet, but we're gonna do our best to bring you guys messages of divine love and light, and um, trying to get you guys to see. That's the whole goal.
Yes, yes. Well, with that, thank you guys, and carry on your day and your night, and just be mindful. Turn this attention from mindedness to mindfulness, and you'll start to see what we're talking about deeply, intuitively. It is all divine. It is all one. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. We love you.
Peace.
Hashtag replay if you're watching replay. We love you guys.
Peace.